Attention visionaries and pioneers, the future of wealth is here, and it's spelled Bitcoin, Bitcoin. Introducing the exclusive Loans for Bitcoin program at the Bitcoin Ben Crypto Club, where your good credit unlocks 0% interest loans for up to 2 years, or term loans up to $250,000 spread over 7 to 12 years. Why wait? Use this capital to acquire the world's fastest appreciating asset, Bitcoin. With prices hovering around 94,000 and projections aiming much higher by the year's end, the time to act is now. Leverage isn't just for Wall Street anymore. Arbitrage the low cost of your loan against Bitcoin's explosive growth. It's smart finance for the modern investor. And privacy matters. Our no KYC Bitcoin purchase program ensures you buy and self-custody your assets in your own wallet. Your keys, your Bitcoin, your future. And as the world shifts to digital currencies, be ahead of the curve. Front-run corporations, governments, in this greatest financial revolution of our times. I'm Jay Bose, CEO of Bitcoin Ben Crypto Club. Call or text us today at 941-413-6920 and get started on that loan application. Secure your legacy. You will thank yourself tomorrow.
Oh, hang on, wrong camera. What happened to my camera? There we go. There I am. God, I'm good looking. Speaking of good looking.
To see you. Good to see you, Bitcoin Ben.
Good to see you, brother. I love that ad. We're actually going to run that on a few other of our friends' channels here soon. And that one and what we are announcing today, which is probably this is going to be probably one of our most popular programs because you have worked your ass off lining up this program. And number one, over $95,000 per Bitcoin today.
Right. And rising.
Yes, we are racing towards 100,000. And as I told everyone, it's now that the big boys are playing, it's a competition. They're literally having a pissing contest on who can own the most Bitcoin.
Now, did you see Saylor bought 15,000 more this morning?
I wouldn't doubt it because he shared his usual, we need more orange,
Correct.
Post yesterday. And that usually means, hey, and like he told people, Jesus, months ago, I'm going to buy every week. And he's not a bullshitter. I mean, and I said before on the show, and finally someone else of larger status and economic education has said it. So
it must be true.
Right. The officialdom is now blowing their minds, realizing exactly what I said. That actually just Michael Saylor is eating up all of the newly produced Bitcoin. So we are at a zero new supply. And
forget halving in 4 years. The halving has already happened right now.
Absolutely. And my good friend Max Kaiser, when he figured it out, he actually put out a tweet. I can't unsee this. And so we're negative new supply every week. And the exchanges are at the lowest level of available Bitcoin ever in the history of Bitcoin.
This is going parabolic. I mean, there is no supply. I mean, it's got to go up. There's the pressure is too much. The dam's bursting. It's burst.
Yep.
I mean, it's game over. Yeah.
All right. Now, with that said, guys and gals, I watched a show, not a crypto show, not a we're all Bitcoiners show. This was a Harvard professor. Take that for what it's worth. But he literally, and he doesn't own any Bitcoin. One of his friends at MIT walked him through the supply flow on the blockchain, which means they're not using imaginary made-up numbers. They're using the volume of the blockchain. And this professor from Harvard literally said, according to my back of the napkin math, this is going to hit $1 million within 18 months. And this is a Harvard, like I said, take that for what it's worth, Harvard professor who does not own any Bitcoin. Just looking at the pure supply versus the demand value. And he's within 18 months, we're at $1 million.
Now, there are so many more implications to that happening. Effectively, once it goes to 1 million, look at the market cap of Bitcoin, and it becomes the magnet, the gravitational force that dictates the cost of capital in the world, because at that point it's bigger than most treasuries of nation states. So the Bitcoin's gravitational force, like a black hole, is so great because it is going to dictate what the monetary policy is going to be. So the implications of this could not, folks, we talk about the storm is coming. The storm is here. We are in it. We are seeing it tick by tick, candle by candle right now. The moment this thing starts to break out, and it will, because the demand and supply equation does not change. And as Ben is saying, the supply ain't there, folks. The miners can't mine fast enough. Why do you think we're investing into mining? Why do you think I'm going to Kansas today to hunt down more servers that might have come on the open market? I was working on a deal just, Ben, this Saturday, Sunday. We were midnight. We thought we had a deal with almost 100,000 terahashes of machines, and that deal fell through. And the reason, and it was in Oklahoma, we fell through because the price of Bitcoin's going up. The guy couldn't secure the new servers he wanted, so he wasn't going to sell the ones he had. So there's a race. It's an arms race going on to secure these machines, to pop them into servers and produce Bitcoin, because that's the only place this market's going to be. Right, Ben? Okay, so Ben is frozen. There. Oh, he's back. He's back. All right.
Yep.
You froze for just a second.
Once in a while, the interwebs. Come on, Elon. Starlink my ass. Yeah, it's this is a race for two things: mining and buying. Because if you allocate right, if you allocate half of your wealth purchasing Bitcoin and half of your wealth actually mining it, you're killing it, because you're not only owning it, you're earning it. And that's how you grow wealth. Is oh, yes, please go ahead.
No, I was going to say, that I was talking to Nathan this morning, and I used the phrase, I said, Bitcoin is your shield and mining is your sword, because Bitcoin preserves the wealth. It's a holder of value. When everything else around you is collapsing, stocks, bonds, real estate markets, Bitcoin is not only holding value, it's appreciating, and mining is your sword with which you are cutting into new coins. You're creating new wealth. So you store your wealth and you preserve your wealth and you create new wealth. So both of these in combination are a very, very powerful weapon that we have at our disposal as the global financial crisis continues to rage.
Yep. Yep. And at our clubs, what we are offering is we are literally creating every possible program that we can get our hands on for people to leverage this opportunity. Folks, you got maybe 6 months, and that actually depends on how aggressive the let's say pissing contest gets, because in the next 6 months, it is the amount of companies that are going to hold and countries, folks, America, the strategic reserve launches to purchase the Bitcoin in about 3 weeks, folks. 3 weeks, they will be set up to purchase the Bitcoin for the reserves. And they're using a lot of the overseas inflation that's trying to run right back, because I was at a VFW place yesterday with the Republican conservative pack. We had the room packed. There wasn't a seat left. And I explained exactly what Bitcoin is, exactly why it's freedom money, exactly who's getting involved. And all of the questions were, why is Trump doing this? Why is he purchasing Bitcoin? And I explained that we're moving into a new global order. And that new global order is going to value a decentralized, uncorruptible network, which is Bitcoin. And I saw about halfway through, almost everyone in the room, as I explained it, they were getting it. And at the end of it, every person there was like, yeah, we're going to join your club. And
awesome. That is so freaking awesome. All right. This was in Washington, or where were you?
No. This was up here in Massachusetts.
Gotcha. Yeah.
And these were older, retired people, most of them. There were a few younger people, but the majority of them were older people. I'd say 55 and above.
Hey, careful there, buddy. What do you mean older people? What the heck?
Well, I mean, as long as I don't actually use the age I am, I don't feel old.
I see. Okay, I got it. I see how you roll.
Yeah, that's right. I'll throw your age under the bus, but I'm not going to throw my own age.
All right.
Explain our new program to everyone watching. And folks, before he explains it, let me explain this. This is a once in a humanity opportunity. Not once in a lifetime. We've never had this opportunity to front run the corporations and governments on the adoption of a global currency ever. ever, ever, and it will never happen again. So, Jay, lay it out. What's our new program? By the way, I love the name.
Thanks, Brother Ben. We are, as Ben said, before I tell you about the program, you're going to be doing probably the most important capital reallocation that you will ever do in your life right now. So just think back to 2008 when the collapse happened. Home equity was wiped out, completely vanished. Most Americans have the largest part of their wealth in home equity. Do you know more than $7 trillion of home equity was wiped out from the planet? Most people were underwater. They lost everything. They had paid mortgage for years and years and years. Dreams shattered just because they trusted that their home would hold value. It did not. That greatest asset that you have right now, it's been amazing. Real estate prices have been on a tear. They've been going up. You have built home equity. Now, if you remember when Satoshi started Bitcoin, 2009, right after the collapse, there's a reason for it. Folks, the storm is not coming. The storm is here. There is more downside now to the housing market than there is upside. Debt is at an all-time high. Equity is at an all-time high. Very unique situation. You are seeing the crumbling of the global financial empire as you know it. Bitcoin is the only ark to safety. Like Noah's Ark. The flood is coming. The flood is here. You need to take the equity that you have built with your hard work over the number of years and move that equity to the safest, soundest of all currencies, of all value holding containers that we know, Bitcoin. What we are asking you to do, what Ben and I have been working on tirelessly right now, is to not only grow your wealth, but preserve your wealth. Our members are Bitcoin Ben Crypto Club members. We are launching this new program today called, and you're going to love it, wait for it, it's called Home to Huddle. You all know what huddle is. You hold on to dear life. You buy the Bitcoin and you hold on to it because of why? It does two things. Number one, it preserves the value that you just transferred into it. Bitcoin has returned more than 60% growth for the last 4 years. Folks, your house is not going to grow anywhere close to it. If anything, the housing market bubble has a fairly good chance of bursting. The value is going to decrease. Your asset is going to go down in value. Take the lifeboat of Home to Huddle. We have partnered with some of the best bankers, underwriters who will work with you to transfer the equity that you have in your house, the valuable equity, that's your money, hundreds of thousands of dollars that you worked for and saved. Don't let it just write down to zero as the market goes down for housing, as the value of homes fall. Don't fall for that problem that you had in 2008. And it is certainly clear in most of our minds what had happened. This is your opportunity. There's not a lot of time, but we can help you take that equity either by refinancing your loan, or if you have a great loan already, 3%, 30-year, keep it. This will be a second lien equity loan. Take that loan at 5, 6, 7%, whatever it comes out to be based on your credit. And we have great underwriters who will work with you, and send it to our bulk Bitcoin purchase program. We will buy your bulk Bitcoin, and you will basically have transferred your equity in your home to a safer, growing asset called Bitcoin. It is the only safe harbor that you have today. We do not know of any other asset in the world that is safer than putting that money, that hard-earned equity, into Bitcoin. And by the way, it is also going to grow. And the best part of it is, it's your money. You will hold the keys in your no KYC Bitcoin wallet, not the bank, not the government. You are holding the keys to it, because when the banks fail and they get bailed out, you get nothing. Did you get your home equity back in 2008? I didn't think so. Well, don't let it happen this time. With this Home to Huddle program is a really powerful program. We want to bring it to our private exclusive members right away. The time is short, and we are trying to make sure that each one of you gets that lifeboat to move that equity from your home into the most valuable asset known to man, known to humankind, which is Bitcoin. Guys, I can tell you why I'm excited about this is because it's actually going to do great things for our members. You can go to your bank. They don't have programs like this. They're still figuring out if Bitcoin is too volatile. Their entire structure is crumbling. The Federal Reserve is crumbling. The dollar is falling. The stocks are puking. And yet they're trying to worry whether this is volatile or not. Guys, listen to Michael Saylor. This is the only lifeboat you have right now. And if you want to save that equity that you worked so hard, move it to a safer ark. That ark is Bitcoin. And Bitcoin Ben Crypto Club is creating this program, has created this program exclusively for our members. If you call that number, 941-413-6920, we will get you in touch with our underwriting experts. We will get you a loan application. Within 7 to 10 days, you will be able to move your money into our bulk Bitcoin purchase program, and you will hold the keys to the value that you have created. Ben, what do you think about this program?
Brother, I'm absolutely in. Let me explain why we created this program, folks. We have experts, like I said, take it for what it's worth. Even if the Bitcoin grows at the average rate that it has grown, we're at $500,000 in like 12 months. It is literally, because right now, guys, in the 4-year cycle, right now is when the supply crunch hits. And that's what everyone on X, everyone who I have talked to lately, and I have talked to some big players in Washington, D.C. Actually, Larry Lepard, shout out to Larry. He's actually going to be at our booth in Las Vegas signing his book for 2 hours. So we'll have Larry Lepard, probably one of the biggest legends in the Bitcoin arena, at our booth. And we have one of the biggest friggin' booths that they offer at that conference. And this program, along with our loan program, our regular loan program, plus our no KYC purchasing program, and pretty soon we're going to probably own a credit union in El Salvador, just dropping a little hint there. Jay is going down and looking at making sure it's right for us. But we're going to own our own bank, folks. We are going to actually, this is what like I've said, either we create the system or they do. That's the only two options. Either freedom-loving, God-loving Americans create the new system, or the elites will create it for us. And I, for one, I trust a truck driver more than I trust anyone in Washington, D.C.
Amen. Amen to that. Guys, the choice couldn't be any more clear. Our kids are either going to, in the old system, live in a 400 square foot home eating crickets made out of synthetic meat, or they're going to live an actual life of freedom. And we have to put these rails into place. The reason we are working with this degree of fervor, this degree of discipline, is to really start to put our members in a very strong position with Bitcoin, because we are absolutely convinced that Bitcoin is the only asset. It's the only investment. Oh, people talk about diversification. There is no second best. That's what Michael Saylor says. This is the one asset that has stood the test of time, that has over a $2 trillion market cap. By the way, just so you know, that's bigger than Google, that's bigger than Cisco, that's bigger than Microsoft, that's bigger than Amazon, that's bigger than Apple in terms of Microsoft in market cap, right? So Bitcoin's market cap is so significant that there is no turning back this clock now. And it is scarce. And it is scarce. You can't print the money. And so every logical bone in your body should tell you that this is going up and nowhere but up. Okay? So given that knowledge, what are you doing about it? Just having the knowledge that Bitcoin is going up is nice and dandy. If you don't act, if you don't actually do something, I don't care whether it's taking a loan, buying Bitcoin, hodling, investing into Bitcoin, investing into mining, doesn't matter, but do something. Don't just sit there. But let me tell you this again, for all you homeowners, for most Americans, that is the biggest part of your total asset value. And that asset value is going to erode. There is less upside in the housing market than the downside. And when that downside happens, your hard-earned money just disappears. It just vanishes. Don't let it vanish. You have the time right now. Take that lifeboat that we're giving you. You'd be foolish not to. I'm sorry to say that bluntly, but I've looked at this situation 4 ways from Sunday. And I'm absolutely convinced that this is the most important asset reallocation, capital reallocation that you will ever do for yourself, for your family, for your kids, for your legacy. What's the worst? That housing market doesn't go down. Good. You'll get the appreciation of Bitcoin. But if the housing market collapses like it did before, not so long ago, where you went to zero, you're upside down, all your equity was gone, well, that won't happen if you do this asset reallocation. This is not about taking another loan. This is not about just becoming wealthy and growing money. This is about preserving what you have already got.
Yeah, the closest opportunity that we've ever had to this here in America is when we transitioned from silver to gold in 1888. And it's literally, folks, this is a global. This is not America. This is not Mexico. This is not Canada. This is not Arkansas. This is not El Salvador. This is a global shift into a new system. This is a larger deal to every person on earth than the internet. Because with the internet, the people who made all of the wealth were Google, Yahoo, and all of the large in and AOL. Well, this is the only decentralized shift we've ever had where the little guy, us, the little people, can front run all of this. And I promise you guys, because I've lived it. Almost 9 years ago now, actually 9 years ago, I actually made a choice. And I said, I'm getting involved with the Bitcoin. 9 years ago, I planted my feet. And I said, this is what I think will happen. I'm going to plant my feet, and I am going to take a risk. And folks, 9 years ago, it was risky because it was only $600 each Bitcoin. And I planted my feet, and I made a choice, and I hung with it. Folks, this is that opportunity right now. You have to plant your feet and choose freedom. And this is an easy choice. You have government, you have the American government putting this in a reserve. America doesn't just put anything in reserve. It's not like they're buying a bunch of Kleenex and putting fucking Kleenex in an emergency Kleenex reserve. No. What they're doing, oil, natural gas, land, and Bitcoin. That's what they're doing.
Gold.
And, well, temporarily.
Temporarily, till it shifts to the digital gold. But, Ben, you make such a great point there. You mentioned about risk. 9 years ago, Ben took a risk. Guys, when you are doing this right now, you are really not taking a risk. Look at the factors. It's an asset which has a $2 trillion market. It is an asset that major corporations with trillions of dollars are buying like there was no tomorrow. It's an asset that governments around the world are buying so that they can stabilize and pay off their $30 trillion of debt. It's an asset that is going to change fundamentally how different supply chains work, how different businesses work, and how we operate on a day-to-day basis. It's an asset that is gaining momentum in a world that is crumbling, in a world where the fiat money is crumbling, in a world where capital markets are in disarray. You are looking at the destruction of the old world. You're looking at the gravitational pull of Bitcoin growing in size, growing in stature, it's already in mass adoption. The storm is not coming, folks. It's here. We are in the middle of it. Now, our members, of course, Ben, they are listening to our show every day, so they can feel the winds around them swirling. They know what's happening. But I go out on the street, and people are walking around obliviously, wondering what Bitcoin is and if it's fugazi, if it's real money or not. And I look at that and I go, my God, they're in for a rude shock and surprise when the world suddenly shifts on them. So I'm really glad that we are able to bring this message, put these programs into place, actionable items that'll preserve your wealth, that'll grow your wealth, that'll preserve your future, your children's future, and the legacy that you're about. Because the money system, folks, is changing right in front of your eyes. The money system is evolving into digital money, and Bitcoin is the king of digital money. The dominance for Bitcoin is spiking up to 70%. Ether is down to less than 5%. So with this kind of dominance, And no offense against any other currency, and you can certainly trade and play and do those things. But Bitcoin is the mainstay. This is the main dish. This is the gravitational force that's changing the world as we know it. So get yourself some Bitcoin, take the loan, get your home equity into a safer place, into a safer arc, and secure your future. It is really important, folks. This is a capital reallocation problem we're looking at right now. This is not just about, did I get a nice penny stock that went up 400%? No, folks. This is meat and potatoes. This is about preserving your wealth. This is the world as we know it going forward. It's Bitcoin.
It's the end of the world as we know it. Yes, exactly. Who knew REM was right so many years ago? We're at the point, and everyone who knows me, who has watched my show for a long time, knows I'm a huge history buff. Huge. And I can tell you, not in human history, we had this opportunity. And when I say we, I'm not talking about the rich folks. Nothing against rich folks. I love you guys.
Hey, you're one of them, so don't complain.
Yeah.
Hey, anyone who bought Bitcoin at $600 is a rich folk, all right? That's just how it is.
But I made a choice. That's the key. You have to choose to win. You can't sit on the sideline and watch everyone else play and then think you're going to get a fucking paycheck whenever the game's over. No, you have to put the effort in. And what we're doing, we are your center. I'm using a football analogy. We're the center. We're handing you the football. You just have to make the play. That's it. We've shown you the play. We've huddled. We've hodled. We've home for hodled. And now we're hiking you the ball. And all you have to do is call 941-413-6920. If I guarantee, folks, give us a call and just get information and then pray on it. I don't do jack shit unless I pray on it. And folks,
Amen. Yes.
I'm telling you right now, if you're involved in cryptos, if you've watched my show, if you've watched Larry Lepard, if you've listened to everybody like Michael Saylor and Jack and all of these people who are literally screaming from the mountaintops, and everyone's saying you just get as much as you can right now, because folks, it's game on. Game on. And unless you join the game, you're not going to catch the gains. Damn, I should fucking trademark that.
Absolutely. Now, guys, you have to trust yourself. The government isn't coming to save you with an incentive check. Your 401k isn't doing jack. You have to rely on yourself. No one is coming to save you. You got to preserve what you have, and you got to move it from the fragile, which is the world economy today, to the unbreakable. Fragile, unbreakable. Home to hodl. Okay, home to hodl. That's the program. You got to get that Bitcoin through the no KYC Bitcoin purchase program. Get the capital that you have already, convert it into Bitcoin equity. Hold the keys yourself, not the banks, not the exchanges, not the government. It's really, see, Ben has been talking about this. A lot of these big exchanges are coming up and they're raising a lot of money. Guess for what, folks? We don't trust them. 21 million is great. Coinbase is great, wonderful, but they hold the keys. You can even buy Michael Saylor stock. Hey, do you think he gives you the keys? Oh no, he holds the keys. Okay. Your keys, your Bitcoin. So what we are always pushing is, guys, no matter whether it's small, whether it's 0.01 Bitcoin, 1 Bitcoin, 0.5 Bitcoin, doesn't matter. It's your money. Move it into that unbreakable safe and you hold the key in your own wallet. Trust yourself because there ain't no one coming to save you.
Right.
All we can do is give you that lifeboat and say, guys, we've built these programs for you. We have done the heavy lifting. We have found the bankers. We've got the loan syndication. We've got the application process fine-tuned. We've given you a hotline and a phone number to call. Go ahead and call.
Yeah, those of you who have not educated yourself on what's going on, I don't recommend this. Because if you don't know what you own, you're selling. That's just how this, since January, 69% of those selling the Bitcoin were retail. Average Joes, us. Every entity, every corporation, every wealthy person that I know who's involved in Bitcoin has been buying your Bitcoin as you sell it. Who do you think Michael Saylor's buying from? Who do you think Jack is buying from? Who do you think I am buying from? Retail. And folks, you gotta have balls, but you gotta do your research. And that's why I'm telling everyone, give us a call. Look at the programs. It's always the assholes who sit on the sideline and this blows right past them, who in the future go, oh, well, you got lucky. No. I can't tell you how many people have said, boy, Ben, you're really lucky that you got involved so early. It wasn't luck. What it was I did my research. I listened to reputable, credible people, and I did my own research. And then I made a choice. I made the play. I took the football and I ran like hell with it. And now I'm where I'm at. You can do that too. Quit thinking that you're going to fail. Whatever you think is what you will do. If you think everything in life originates in your head. Everything. If you hop on a football field and you think, shit, this is a good team, we're going to lose. Guess what? You're going to fucking
You're going to lose. Yeah, right.
If you jump on the football field and you say, I'm the baddest motherfucker that ever threw a ball, guess what? You're going to win because you win and lose in your head.
Long before the battle even begins.
Exactly. Quit thinking yourself as, oh, it can't happen to me. I can't get rich. I can't improve my life. Because guess what? You're not going to. Because as soon as you close your mind and you say, I'm going to lose, you quit seeing opportunities and all you see is negativities. And the moment you do that, you're done. You're absolutely done. So what I want everyone watching this episode right now to do is call us. You call us or you text us, and we will get back to you and we will explain the programs. It's what we are doing is we are huddling. We are huddling up with you over the phone and saying what play works for you. But if you don't make the play after we huddle, hey, we've done our jobs. Folks, everyone who knows me, and you can ask anyone at my club, you know what? Does Ben really give a shit about money? No.
Nope.
No. Because I'll tell you what, Jesus, when I die and I go to heaven, he's not checking my Bitcoin wallet. He'll ask me, how many people did you help? And I can say with a clear friggin' conscience, everyone I could. Everyone I could.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful, Ben. I love that. I love that.
Hey, this life lasts pretty long, but eternity lasts forever. So I'm not only playing to win this game, I am playing to win the eternity game. And love me or hate me, I don't give a flying fuck. But I love you. And I love you guys. And I want you to succeed. I want you to grow your capital. I want you to offer the opportunities to your community that I have been able to offer my community with my rise in wealth. I give away more fucking money than I ever use. I guarantee it. And I do that because, folks, like I
Because
said,
you can.
absolutely.
Your own cup has to overflow before you give to others. So it's really important that you make yourself strong, that each member of this club gets financially stronger, better positioned, because each one of you will then be that lighthouse to the people around you
Absolutely.
and be able to give to them.
Absolutely. It's you have to make a choice. Folks, this is so serious. This isn't just about gaining wealth. Only through wealth can you really change your community. Only through wealth. Because you can help your church. You can help your local charities. You can help the people who need help. And this is how you do it, folks.
You have to help yourself first.
Yes, you use opportunities that are presented to you. And then you research the opportunities, then you pray on it, and then you execute. I can't make the phone call for you. You have to make it. If I could, I would, but I can't. I want everyone to just reach their optimal life, your optimal mindset. We're moving into an era of abundance. But who's going to have the abundance? Is it going to be the guy sitting on the sideline? Hell no. It's going to be the people who moved first and moved second. Folks, we got 50 to 120 years worth of growth. And I mean significant growth in this industry. I'm launching clubs. I'm launching resorts. I'm launching friggin' banks. I'm launching everything I can do to create the new system. for the little guys. I don't give a flying fuck about rich people. They can take care of themselves. What I give a shit about is the guys who are too fucking busy working their asses off at 3 jobs. Him and his wife, each working their asses off trying to feed their children. That's who I'm worried about. Because your 401k is not okay. Your house, the value of your house right now is a ballooned illusion. Well, you can leverage that illusion into true, uncorruptible, digital gold and the future of money. And if you don't believe me, do research. I'm going to get off of my high horse or my soapbox, whatever the hell you call it, and I'm going to let you wrap this up, Jay. Let people
Yeah,
know.
no, thank you, Ben. No, but the things that you said are so relevant, Ben. You're absolutely right. This is not just about making a margin or making a percentage return or my portfolio grew this much as a cocktail conversation. Folks, this is a fundamental shift that is happening in our lives. This is a shift that is going to affect our children. This is a shift that is going to stay long after you and I are dead and gone. And the actions that we take today will very significantly impact the quality of life that your family will have, that your community will have in the coming years. And Ben is making a very important point. The fact that enormous wealth will be created over the next several decades is no longer in question. What is in question is, are you doing anything about it right now so that you can be a part of it? So you're not just a bystander. Did you take the moves to move your fragile wealth into something unbreakable? Did you move that equity through the Home to Huddle program so that the wealth that you have built is getting preserved? Did you take a loan at 10% and parlay that into a 60% return on Bitcoin so that you could create that foundation? Because, I speak with people every day, so many older people, and, are coming in and they haven't saved enough for their retirement. The stock market has not been so good. You create money over long periods of time, and then one big crash, one big storm, one big flood, and it wipes away decades of work, your hard work. Every morning from 7 in the morning to late night, that work that you're doing is what is distilling and synthesizing into that value in your bank statement. And then it suddenly disappears. And the only ones bailed out are the banks, not you. So Bitcoin is offering all of us a unique opportunity to take control of our finances, to take control of the value that we have in our lives. The Home to Huddle program will preserve the greatest asset in your life, your home. The loan programs we have will help you grow your wealth if you haven't saved up enough. The No KYC Bitcoin purchase program is available to every single one of our members right now. We're buying lots and lots of Bitcoin every single week, guys. Many of you have realized this. I mean, I'm receiving all of the pooled money every single day. Many of you I talk to every single day. And by the way, when you preserve that wealth and you grow that wealth and you have created a certain minimum amount, 5 Bitcoins or more, you can start to get into mining, into actually going on the offensive. Ben uses this analogy of the football field. First, the defense is what will win games for you. So protect what you got, defend what you got, put it into an ark that is safe and unbreakable called Bitcoin. And once you have built and preserved that, use that weapon, use that capital as a weapon to go to war and to create new value, to create new Bitcoin, to invest into real estate, into resorts, into cash flow generating businesses. Because then your quality of life will be amazing and you will leave a legacy for your kids. And you have in front of you an opportunity like never before. Take it. Don't miss this opportunity.
I have said it several times. Those who are paying attention right now, your grandchildren are going to have a shrine in a mansion because of you. Because you're going to make the right choice for your family. Whatever that is. I don't know your situation. I know this situation. And the situation is opportunity. And the only reason I do my shows, the only reason I open these clubs, the only reason I'm buying a bank in El Salvador, launching resorts in El Salvador is to improve the lives of the members of our clubs. And don't forget, I'm also launching a yacht club, a decentralized yacht club, a decentralized airline company.
Those are coming down the road.
Yes.
They're coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that the reason I'm doing it because I'm trying to decentralize everything, just like our founding fathers did. You have to I have been given a ton of opportunities. Now I'm decentralizing the opportunities that have been presented for me. And that's my mission. I want so many wealthy people at my funeral that it is packed with limos. That's what I want. I live, and this is not an exaggeration, guys. I probably spend for living expenses maybe $3,000 a month, and I smoke expensive cigarettes, so that's half of it. You know, and Red Bull. So,
Ben, you have done great, and look, folks, we are again. Ben's heart is in it. We are bringing these programs. Let's participate. I think we have driven home the point here. Now it's time to act, and over the course of the next few weeks, very significant opportunities will continue to come. So,
hang on 1 second.
Yes.
I love this post. Not a board bin yacht club, I hope. No. I'm not launching a coin.
There'll be a lot of interest there. Yes.
Yeah, I guess an NFT. No, I'm not. I am not launching an NFT yacht club. It's actually a real yacht club where you are a member, and we have yachts here in Florida, yachts in California, yachts in Texas, and shit like that.
Yeah, when you make money, you'll be spending it on quality of life. You don't have to be a snooty yacht club member at some San Francisco yacht club. You'll be, we will have these available for all of our members. So, these are, again, beautiful ways to spend quality time. So let's go make the money first and get started on these baby steps.
All right, Jay, you have a great day, everyone. Call right now or send a text, 941-413-6920. Give us a call and find out the options. Once you know the options, you pray on it. You talk with your wife, your mom, your dad, or whoever is is relevant, and you make a choice. That's it. All we're doing is handing you the football. You have to run the play. All right, Jay, I love you, brother. You are leaving for a research investigation opportunity for us. And
Yes.
And have a great and a safe trip.
Thank you.
Everyone in Sarasota, I love them. And
I will.
I love you.
Take care. Love you too, Ben. Have a beautiful day. God bless.
All right, bye-bye.
Attention visionaries and pioneers, the future of wealth is here, and it's spelled Bitcoin, Bitcoin. Introducing the exclusive Loans for Bitcoin program at the Bitcoin Ben Crypto Club, where your good credit unlocks 0% interest loans for up to 2 years, or term loans up to $250,000 spread over 7 to 12 years. Why wait? Use this capital to acquire the world's fastest appreciating asset, Bitcoin. With prices hovering around 94,000 and projections aiming much higher by the year's end, the time to act is now. Leverage isn't just for Wall Street anymore. Arbitrage the low cost of your loan against Bitcoin's explosive growth. It's smart finance for the modern investor. And privacy matters. Our no KYC Bitcoin purchase program ensures you buy and self-custody your assets in your own wallet. Your keys, your Bitcoin, your future. And as the world shifts to digital currencies, be ahead of the curve. Front-run corporations, governments, in this greatest financial revolution of our times. I'm Jay Bose, CEO of Bitcoin Ben Crypto Club. Call or text us today at 941-413-6920 and get started on that loan application. Secure your legacy. You will thank yourself tomorrow.